We next turn to a man who is working to give us a way to find peace. Prem Rawat is one of the most famous speakers in the world that you may never have heard of. The New York Times best-selling author travels the world all year long, teaching people how to access inner peace and contentment.
Without further ado, I would like to introduce our speaker and our peace ambassador and give him a big, big round of applause. Prem Rawat.
Throughout his life, Prem Rawat has been helping people experience personal fulfillment and peace. Now a best-selling author, international speaker, and broadcaster, Prem Rawat's vision is to help anyone interested to practically experience peace. To achieve his goal, Prem has traveled the world for 5 decades to reach out to people in person, impacting hundreds of millions. In the last 2 years, he has reached nearly 1 billion people across all media, including TV, print, and radio.
When did you start speaking about peace? How old were you?
I was 4 years old.
4?
4.
And would people listen to a 4-year-old?
Actually, they did. They did because they couldn't believe a 4-year-old was talking about peace. So they would hear this little child talking and they would just come running to see what was going on. And I could at least get a few words in. I didn't have any idea of what this huge audience was or what these people were really there for, but I knew I wanted to talk about peace.
You know, that refuge, that place that we can go that takes us away from this, chaotic world or whatever we want to call it, that place that's inside of us. When we find that place, when you found that place, and I know you had a dramatic experience when you were very young, is it effortless? Or do you need to effort to get there?
Just like with anything else, the effort is to undo, not to do. It's to undo.
I thought you were going to tell me the trick there.
That is the trick. That is the trick. Because this has got to stop and this has got to open.
In 2023, Prem attained a Guinness World Record for a book being read to the largest gathered audience in the world. More than 114,700 people attended this event, breaking the previous record of 6,782.
It's one of those rare books where you buy it at a point in time, and then the message becomes even more important by the time it comes out. I mean, he defines it as just something like just understanding what it means to be a human being. This is not some esoteric thing. This is how to be a better human being and what resources are available to us.
This book is a movement. It's already becoming one, and it's going to continue to be a movement.
I never really felt that I needed to sit down and write because the traditions always had been a living person talking to living people and let it be. But through a book, you can keep reaching people generation after generation after generation. The approach that is being taken with this book is very clearly to put the human being back in the driver's seat. This book comes from the heart, is for the heart, and this is who you really are.
So how is it possible to have peace in this world?
The idea of peace has coexisted along the side with wars and all the controversies that we have had in this world. Peace, we have to find it within ourselves. Only then will it manifest outside. Just as with wars, it first begins in the minds of human beings, and then it goes and manifests outside. The dissatisfaction that we feel in us, we see it projected all around us. This is not something that the buildings put up. This is not something that the roads put up. This is human beings putting it up.
So are you saying that the internal conflict that we have has to be dealt with before we're able to have so-called world peace? I mean, how do you do that?
Well, you have to just get in touch with yourself. You have a phone. It communicates with everybody else. How do you communicate with you? Know thyself was no mistake.
Prem Rawat continues to impact lives around the world with his message of hope and peace. For more information, please go to www.premrawat.com.